All right, so M19 is out, and while the channel is called 3-0 Drafts, it doesn't mean we don't do sealed. The whole point of my channel is that I only play limited. I play mostly draft and some sealed. I don't do vintage, I don't do legacy, I don't do modern, standard, any of that. So I just don't have enough time to commit to Magic to, pretend to be good in all the possible formats. That's unrealistic. But I figure if I concentrate on one direction, um, you know, I'm going to be a better player than average in that one specific direction. For me, it's limited. So I'm sorry if I'm going to have to read some of these cards because I'm not familiar with them. So this is a rare Amulet of Safekeeping. Whenever you become the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, counter that ability unless its controller pays 1. Creature tokens get -1/-0. So this looks like a card printed for standard. We're definitely not running it. Let's sort by rarity and see what we have. So we have a mythic. What does this do? Sacrifice any number of lands, search your library for up to that many land cards, put them into the battlefield to tap, then shuffle your library. All right. So this cashes in excess lands in the end game, but it doesn't draw your cards. It just kind of thins your deck. So it's not very good. Palaka Worm is excellent. Hydra is excellent. So we have 2 really good ramp payoffs. And we can definitely consider doing some sort of a green-based ramp deck. So a Graveyard Marshal is good if you have a lot of graveyard shenanigans. Detection Tower is whatever. Alpine Moon. Yeah, no, this is not for limited. So kind of a miss with the rares. We really only have good green, but it looks like we have some just really good green support. I'm already seeing. What does Recollect do? No, so we don't need that. So looking at this card, Colossal Majesty is a pretty interesting card. Could be something we try. Root Snare, Naturalize. I guess it's not that deep. Wall of Vines is virtually unplayable. This card is excellent, by the way. This card, I think, is going to be one of the most underrated cards. And I'm making one prediction right now. I think the best archetype is probably going to be Black-White Light Gain. Not since Battle for Zendikar and Oath of the Gatewatch do we have like a Black-White life drain deck. At least I don't remember. And my prediction is the Black-White deck, when you can make it come together, especially in draft, less so in seal, but especially in draft, is going to be most powerful. But the most fun to play is going to be the Black Rat Sacrifice deck with Act of Treason and Sack Outlet. So all these things are going to be options we'll consider. And I'm sorry if it's going to take me a while to build this deck because this is literally the first time I'm playing this format. So I'm going to have to think this through. All right, Courser's good, 3 for 3/3. Root Snare, no. Talons, maybe. Oaken Farm, high risk, high reward. This is good. Sort back over. This is a ton of upside, maybe even too much. I mean, that's 3 7-drops is overdoing it. Two Lava Axes. We could splash Electrify potentially. We got some dual lands to keep in mind, so we can do red, black, green, black. Yeah, we're very flexible with splashing, so. Siegebreaker. Siegebreaker is a strong card, but it looks like we're not very. It looks like red is not happening except for maybe Electrify. Let's see what we have in black. Stitcher Supply is really only good for the black, green, graveyard. You know, this is I think this is the weakest. It's just a good stuff color. Green, green black is what I'm trying to say. And this is actually not the first time it's been kind of undefined or very weakly defined in a format. The last time that happened was in Triple Ixalan. where you didn't really have green black doing anything except it had the Mythic Planeswalker, and it had like a recurring 3/3, I think. So it looks like it's the same exact thing in this format. Green, black is like a good stuff archetype, and it's not really a good one. No, let's leave. Yeah, let's check out blue. Scholar, no, cancels playable, dwindles playable. This is better in white, blue, artifacts matters. Ghost form is actually really good. Ghost form is actually worth splashing. I think ghost form. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the wrong card. There's the two. I'm thinking of the two color. It's the spirit that's unblockable except by other spirits, and later on, you can make one of your creatures unblockable. Unfortunate. If I had that card, I would definitely splash it. So we have some really good. Skyrider Patrol is just excellent, and he's a huge payoff for blue-green. So this is certainly one option. Let's look at what we have with white. Angel of Dawn is outstanding. Two Pegasus Coursers, 2 Luminous Bounds. All right, looks like we're running white. White-green enchantments. Johnny's welcome. Well, I'm going to take a look at white-black as well, but we can do something like this and then splash Skyrider Patrol. I think blue-green is one of the weaker archetypes in this format, but I think we could make it work. Swiftclaw, mediocre. I mean, double Luminous Bonds and double Courser. It is very tempting because the way it works is like you're enchanting your creatures with things like, you know, Oakenform. You're taking it over the top with Pegasus Courser, and then you're holding things down with Luminous Bonds. It's a good way to quickly end a match. Colossal Majesty is not very good in this deck. All right, let's make another deck and let's look at like black. Save and continue. Let's look at some more options. Red, black. Yeah, there's nothing better than like stealing your opponent's creature, attacking with it, sacking it for value. My one rant is that they did not print Goblin Barrage, I think is the card called. It's a 1-mana red enchantment that lets you sack a creature to ping any target. That would have been so much fun. But unfortunately, no. Let's see. Sovereign's Bite. No, that's terrible. Trap. Internal Scarring is no. It's also not happening. Mind Rot is excellent and sealed. This actually doesn't look terrible. So let's see what the light game payoffs are. I think there's definitely the... Did I not have this card? Huh, okay, never mind. I thought I had the card that says drain your opponent for 1, but it was this one. It was Vampire and Sovereign. They're both 5 drops. So this is actually pretty strong. And then Diamond Mare. Yeah, I mean, this is like an amazing life gain deck. Only problem is we have no synergy for the life gain. And, you know, if we had like the Signpost black-white card that makes the 1/1 flying bat, whenever you gain life, maybe we could do something, but unfortunately, this is just not even close. So that's not going to happen. Anything else we want to look at? Let's save and continue. Deck 3, I don't even know what this is going to be. I think we looked, all right, let's look at, I guess blue-red is the only other one we didn't look at. So Lavax. No, I can already see it's just not going to happen. It's not even worth the time. So really it's, yeah, let's not even save that. So really it's between, I guess we're doing like green, white splash. And we could be pretty flexible with what we splash for. So do we want a Marauder's Axe? Okay, so just quickly to recap what I did. So this is closer to what the final build is going to look like. I would need to make one cut in this deck, and it's probably Marauder's Axe. It doesn't really synergize with what we're trying to do, with the exception of Talons, because this gives creatures trample, so we can like go all in with Marauder's Axe and maybe maybe overwhelm opponents. It's good with Pegasus Courser, so maybe we'll leave Marauder's Axe in, but this is going to be the final deck. But before we make the cut, I just want to quickly show you some other options that I considered. So yeah, the red-black sacrifice deck is just not happening. There's not enough. I also took a long time to consider blue-green, and it's not good. We do have Sky Rider Patrol, but we can splash him. We can splash him with what we're doing. Okay, didn't really do much here. And I also looked at black-white. Again, there's a little bit of, we have tons of ways of gaining life. We just don't have any life gain payoffs, unfortunately. So that leaves just white-green. So the only, the only difficulty is this double splash. So essentially we're going to run like one island, one mountain, and then we're going to have 3 sources of each with manolith. So we should be okay. It's a good enough payoff. We don't really have any other ways of splashing, and we're not making our deck. I don't think we're stretching our deck too thin. Polaka Worm is triple green though, so that is one reason to maybe cut one of these splash cards. And I think Electrify is good, but it's probably not worth spreading our mana too thin. Like, how much does Highland Lake help us here, really? So let me try to think for a moment before before making the final cut, and we'll come back in a minute. All right, so I think the cut's going to be just Thornhind Walls, and we are going to run both Electrify and Sky Rider Patrol. So let's add some basic lands. I do want more green, I think. Yeah, for Dryad Greenseeker. I think this is good. Maybe just one more. Yeah, I think one last forest, one more white source. We have a bunch of stuff we want to play on turn 3. If we want to get Saturn Enchanter down on turn 3. By the way, when I play enchantment spell, Luminous Bonds is also an enchantment. So I think one mistake that people think is they think, oh, this is only going to give you value if you cast some stupid like green-white enchantments like Oakenform. No, Luminous Bonds is also an enchantment card. So this will trigger 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, which is pretty good. So that means on average it's going to draw at least 1 card. And as 3 for 2 to draw a card, whatever, it's reasonable. And Talents has recursion. So all right, let's run it like this. Fingers crossed. I think this deck can do very well, and I think Manolith is very important, not only for the splash and the ramp, but also because you want sometimes you need to get to 4 mana. It's the difference between getting killed or staying alive. Like last match I played in Dominaria, literally just needed to hit my 4th land and then easy win. But that's the way it is. All right, I'm actually going to keep this. Okay. All right, this is nice. We have access to all of our mana now. Okay. That card is going to be super annoying. Super annoying. It's much better than it looks. All right, but my card is even more annoying. This thing's going to draw you so many cards throughout the game. It's going to ramp you. It is this greenseeker. I think it's a powerhouse. I think it's the best green uncommon by a significant stretch, including the gold color. This thing just draws you a card every turn. Okay, I shouldn't say that. It draws you a card like 40% of the time. I am blocking though because there's no reason not to. Okay. I don't think it's that good against us, to be honest. In fact, I think it's pretty terrible card. Yeah, so basically the way it works is I had this, I think I just saw this in one of the reviews. It just gives you 2 force, so it does deal with things like Palaka Worms, but this already has an enter the battlefield ability. Like it's gonna get me 7 life when it comes into play. So, all right, I think now I'll just play Saturn Enchanter. That way I can block the chaplain, and end of my opponent's turn, I'll activate Dryad. Okay, so exiling probably Enchanter. No problem. This might be good on like a super controlling deck that's trying to go the long game. So, all right, let's block. And look at my opponent. Look at my library. Draw land. Thank you. So you play like a 2-mana 1/3 draw card, right? This is 2-mana 1/3 draw many cards. That's why it's so good. So I'm just gonna run out Manolith, work our way towards the big stuff. Okay. What do we get? I wouldn't be surprised if opponent just uses, okay, nothing. Nothing. If my opponent uses one of the 3 triggers on the dryad at some point. So let's see, how much do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm short. So let's just play Sear, leading up Electrify, and pass. I might use Electrify on Suspicious Bookcase if at some point it starts getting out of hand. But I don't feel like it's necessary right now. And if all my opponent is doing is, you know, making Daybreak Chaplain get in every turn with Bookcase, then I'm fine with that. This can actually upgrade your own creatures, right? Yeah, so this is it's actually not as bad as it seems, because you can use it as something to downsize your opponent's creatures, like, you know, dragons and Palaka worms and whatnot, or you can upgrade your, you know, little random, you know, 1/1 goblin token, turn it into a 2/4 with vigilance, which could also be significant sometimes. So we are going to electrify Skymarsh Bloodletter. So let's just see what else our opponent does right now. No attacks. All right, let's use ability again. Nothing. Let's use Electrify on Bloodletter. Oops, let's do red. Okay. And let's pass. So most likely Vigilant Bailout is going to get downsized. I mean, because of this one, I'm kind of disincentivized to run out my top end right now. I want to try to draw to something else. Rupture Spire, sure. It's actually a good card. It's a bit pricey, but 1 mana of any color is pretty darn powerful, even if you have to pay a mana for it as it comes into play. This guy's going to do so much work. Come on, Dryad. One more land. You can do it. Okay. So that gets downsized. Get my Ox. Interesting. Opponent does not choose to attack, yeah, because he'd be taking a ton of damage down. So, sweet, I got an island. Just non-stop value. Yeah, let's play Axe, equip my Vigilance guy. Let's get in there. Okay. This guy's actually not too bad. You look at it, 2 for 2/2 vigilance, and you dismiss him right away. But then you got to remember that he's in green, and green is very enchantment heavy. So the one deck that actually wants him is the deck that I'm running, which is the green-white enchantment deck. So opponent's definitely a bit flooded. He's got 1, 2, 6, 7. He saw 7 lands and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spells. And that kind of counts as slot, I guess. The opponent took a very, very long time to think. And he is giving me suspicious bookcase. What is he doing? uh, Shameless self-promotion, as always. You guys should be used to it by now. Yeah, that's so weird. Why would, I don't know, whatever. I'll take it. So my vigilance guy is unblockable every turn. So now he's going to turn my, yeah, well, it doesn't matter. You can turn my, yeah. Turning this into something else would just be upgrading it. Oh, I was so happy I forgot to use Dryad's ability. Jeez, I'm sorry. All right, so let's, 5-turn clock, here we go. Okay. Thank you. Get another land. I don't need to use luminous bonds. Dash. We should re-equip. 1 second. Let's re-equip gas bar twins. So he's going to use. I was going to say probably going to use it end of turn. Only anytime you can cast a sorcery. Okay, got it. Got it. No problem. Why does the Marauder's Axe? Oh, it's a set, destroy it. Yeah, destroy it. Yeah, that makes sense. Another land. Oh god, this is just a superstar. I told you guys, this thing like drew four cards already. Just this game alone. People are going to be picking him much higher very soon. So Baba Sheep. Get in there, big guy. And let's re-equip. And pass. My opponent at some point needs to use the last one on this greens here because I'm going to draw every single card in my, every land card in my deck at this rate. And then I can play Palaka Worm. Surprise. All right. That's fine. So let's pass. Oaken form on Ox. Oh, yeah, green duh. Let's use, let's equip Marauder's Axe. Make this guy unblockable. And get in for 7. Yeah, switcheroo was I'm not sure what my opponent was trying to do. I think maybe he misclicked. Like, but to misclick, you must not even be trying to cast it, right? So, I don't know. All right. All right, just to make me re-equip. Ah, to kill the Oaken form, sure. Sure, now I can play my Palaka Worm. Land. Oh god, this thing is ridiculous. This thing is ridiculous. All right, so how much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 10. So that means I can go Palaka Worm and make this guy unblockable. Should have probably equip Marauder's Axe, but it doesn't matter. All right, make him unblockable. And go. So 22 cards versus 21. Yeah, so it means that I drew 5 cards this game, or 4 cards, something like that, of Dryad. I probably should have used Greenseeker's ability before, while the ability from Palaka Worm was on the stack. That was bad. That was a mistake. So what are we doing? Let's just equip and get in there. All right. Courser, and let's pass. So I don't see how they get me here, but I do want to draw one more card off Dryad. In fact, yeah, I think it's going to be another land. How many more do I have left? So 1, 2, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 5 more left. 1 and 3. Oh, come on. Let me draw a card and see if I'd get it. Nope, I wouldn't get it. All right, so opponent is playing like, I guess, black, white, life gain, splashing switcheroo. So switcheroo could be a whammy given my big stuff. So so I think, what's my sideboard plan? Do I have anything? Suspicious Bookcase. I think actually Suspicious Bookcase might be good in this matchup. In fact, I think Suspicious Bookcase might just be good in my deck after that run. What do I cut? Maybe this Drill Master? Yeah, I think this guy's just meh. I mean, we do have like Pegasus Coursers, but I think we get more from the suspicious bookcase than a 2-1 with upside. Again, we get a greenseeker. Yeah, that's definitely a keep. This card is ridiculous. I cannot believe it got such low rankings from limited resources in another draft. I completely disagree. I think people are going to pick it much higher as the draft goes on. And it's going to be one of those talked about cards that everybody thought it would be useless, but when you're drawing a card 40% of the time, you know, draw half a card a turn, it's pretty darn good. It's true. It's true. All right, so let's pass. Okay, we're not doing much. We're just kind of hanging out. Opponent's going to drain us for 1. This neonate's also actually very strong. It should not be dismissed. This, you know, drain for 1 effect, it can grind out a game. It can make a game go so much longer than you initially intended. And draw a card. Nope. All right. All right, let's play Priest. And then we could maybe play like a 4/4 Hydra next turn if we wanted. Or we can electrify something and make a 5/5 Hydra in 2 turns. Get drained again, I imagine. Yeah, it's good. I'm telling you, Ult of the Gatewatch, that black-white, the first trophy I ever got was with a black-white life drain deck. Oh, yeah, that's an electrify target right there. That thing needs to go now. Draw a card. That's actually pretty good. So I am going to electrify. Trying to think. All right, I'm going to do it on his turn. There's a lot of like enchantment and stuff, so maybe my opponent is going to try to put an enchantment on, and then I can set up a 2-for-1. And worst case scenario, like let's say he's got a pump spell, I'll take a bunch of damage, but I'm willing to go for it. All right, opponent's taking a while. Okay, so begin combat. All right, let's electrify it now. You know what's funny about like this card is better outside of red than in red, because in red you have a lot of removal anyway, and I think it's a bit clunky in this format. Let's draw a card. Land. Ah, there it is. 5/5 Hydra, did we say? Did somebody ask for a 5/5 Hydra? All right, so we got 4, 5, 6. Next turn we can go Palaka Worm. No attacks, so let's just play the Hydra. And then set up, make it a 6/6 with Angel next turn. It's pretty good. Oh, and we're also going to draw a card. End of our opponent's turn. Okay. Not a problem, actually. It's not the end of the world. Did I put in an Invoke the Divine for the Luminous Bonds? I should have, to be honest. I think it would have been a good sideboard card for me. So it cannot be blocked by white creatures, right? I'm not risking my little 2-drop. He's just too good. Like, I'm just gonna draw. I'd rather just make sure he lives and keep drawing cards than take 2 damage. Okay. So let's go Skyrider Patrol. And I am going to protect Dryad. There's the -3/-3 spell. Because honestly, I think it'll just grind me out a game. If I can keep this on the battlefield, I can grind out a game. Okay, that guy's gonna be a problem. How do I kill him? I need to find my Luminous Bonds. So discard a card and he gets hexproof. Oh boy. Unbeatable. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to beat that card. I would need to make sure my Palaka Worm lives. Okay. Another talent, so I can't cast them yet. So what do I do? Can't really attack. Let me maybe try to draw land now and play Palaka Worm. Nope. I guess just because it's a huge waste. This is not how you do it. This is not how you play this card. You need to have like 2 removal spells to kill that thing. You need to have like 2 murders. Actually, no, that still wouldn't work because discard a card is just do it whenever. Whatever. We're gonna lose. We're gonna go to game 3. It's not the end of the world. We can still make something happen here. But man, that Chromium is ridiculous. That's probably the best one of all of them. Yeah, because Palladium Wars, that one has hexproof unless it blocks your attack, so it's much easier to kill. Here you just keep a land you don't need, and oh god, you didn't need to do that really. Plague Mare getting in there. So this lets us live for a turn, and then whatever. At this point, I'm just playing for information. I'm not gonna win. Like if there was some enchantment that gave my Palaka Worm reach, then we could do something. We could draw our bookshelf and win with Gaspark Twins. But now he has his own suspicious bookcase create, so now his thing is just unblockable. I can't even chump. Oh, he's not even, yeah. Well, no point in jumping now. I'll just take 7 here. Like with the Marauder's Axe and 2 talents, we would actually be at 7 if we go all in. But to do that, my opponent would have to block and kill my dryad right now. So let's see if opponent will block. Probably not going to block, but it's worth a try. Maybe they'll make a mistake. I don't think I have enough mana. I would need, let's see, like 4, 6, 8. 1, 2. Yeah, I'm 1 mana short anyway, because I'd have to pay 2 to bring this back from the. Oh, I'd have to pay 3 to bring it back. Yeah, I'm 2 mana short. Forget it. All right, so let's concede and go to game 3. Giant spider over priest. Invoke the divine. So I gotta make 2 cuts. Honestly, I think we can just win like this. I'm not missing root snare, naturalize. Yeah, defender reach. So this basically chumps Palladium Wars for a turn. Yeah, no, thank you. Essence scatter, splash a counter spell. Actually, I think it says can't be countered, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think I need invoke the divine that badly against the luminous bonds. I'm happy with my deck like this. Honestly, I think we can win. We just need to, have a decent curve, and we'll be fine. Yeah, like this is great. So we can maybe play a Vigilant Baloth on turn 4 if we draw another land. And Enchanter in token form is not too bad either. Multiply. Well, that's one downside of playing 3 colors. The colors our opponent is playing don't really have good access to splash outside of like Manolith, which, yeah, like I said, if I draw it, I can play Vigilant Baloth. Let's pass. Okay. Uh-oh. You know what? I'm not going to cast Token Form now. I'm just going to equip. It would be too big of a blowout if my opponent had murder or something right now. So I'm not being entirely mana inefficient. I'm still getting in 4 damage. I'm just not risking getting 2 for 1 before I even have a chance to draw the card. Like, you're fine casting this with Satyr Enchanter out? Oh, okay, well, that's fine. I guess I'll have to put it on Vigilant Baloth. So next turn I can actually go both axe and oakenform and make a 9/9 vigilance. Or sorry, 9. Well, not today. Not today. That's all right. I'm just gonna keep running out huge things. 1, 2, 3, and again, just equip. Okay, just all the removal in the world. Okay, I can kill that with take vengeance, or just or whatever, electrify. I think I'd rather just take 3 and use take vengeance. Electrify can get me a bigger target. I guess I should have re-equipped Marauder's axe on Suspicious Bookcase, but it doesn't really matter. It's going to get tapped anyway. And the idea of putting an axe on a bookcase, just it's alien to me. And yeah, let's see, maybe we electrify something bigger now. Yeah, that's perfect. So we electrify this bad boy. He needs to go for sure. You're not the only one that has removal, my friend. This is just removal top decking. Okay. Sweet. So now I'm going to go Pegasus Courser, and I'm just going to try to go for the quick win here. And if my opponent has no more removal, I mean, he should be out of removal, right? For crying out loud. Yeah, thank you. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I want to see. Give me the Bugler. He has his own Suspicious Bookcase, but at this point, it's just a race, and I think I'm going to win this race. Pretty confident I'm just going to win. To the point where I don't even need to use Luminous Bonds yet. So let's equip. I don't think opponent's going to chump with Sky Marcher. If he does, I could care less. So I'm just going to get in there with a 6/6 Courser. Yeah, no blocks. And pass. Trading 6 damage for 2 damage, I don't mind that. All right, that's a little annoying, but it's not terrible. I do need to play fast because I'm 2 minutes behind on the clock, so I'm going to shut up and play. Getting close. Where's our Palaka Worm? Doesn't really do anything. That's still a 2-hit clock. Okay. It's fine, it's fine. So now I think I am going to put Luminous Bonds on Sky Marcher. just to make sure nothing crazy happens. Do I need to then? Let's think about this. So let's say I can take in. All right, I'm sure. I'll do the math and figure out what's going to happen if he has inspire charge. If he has inspire charge, then I'm dead. So I need to do it now. Yeah, that way I can block one thing and I take 8. Did we do it? Does our opponent have an answer? Bueller, Bueller, Bueller. Come on. Usually it's a good sign when there's like a weight like this. Usually it means we got there, but we shouldn't celebrate just yet. Oh, we got it. Okay, that's sweet. So we got the first game. Let's go to the second one. Geez, that was a grind. Look at that. Immediate match. Look how many people are playing. Immediate match. We forgot to put suspicious bookcase in, but whatever. I don't think we need it unless we know who we're up against. If we're up against like a aggro red-white deck, then it's not something we can play. Okay, let's mulligan this. Much better. Keep. And just bottom that. And in sealed, probably more often than not, we want to draw first, from what I understand. Try to do some research on these things. All right, let's yield. Okay. That's pretty cool. So he's going to get equipped and then he can attack, right? That's kind of annoying. So next turn, he's going to draw a card. Unfortunately, I can't do much. I'm just going to play Marauder's Axe, setting up Luminous Bonds and a Novice Knight to prevent him from drawing another card. Unless I draw a blocker. Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's good value. It's good value. I mean, for now, I guess it's not really value because the card just replaces itself. I actually think Rogue's Gloves are not very good, but the one deck that wants them is the blue-white deck because it's an Artifacts Matters deck. So if there's a deck where you can make it work, it's this one. God, it just feels bad when your opponents draw cards on you. Oof. All right. Yeah, let's just do it now. This card's not bad. Like 4 mana, 2/4, draw a card. Not terrible. Oh God. Opponent's going off with the card draw. Let's see. So Priest and draw a card. Or gain a life, yeah. Wishful thinking. Wishful thinking. So if I draw land, I can Axe and Oakenform, and of course get bounced, because that's usually what happens when you do it into open mana, and your opponent's got 7 cards in hand. Like, I actually hope he taps out here for something, so that I could at least get 1 hit in. Okay, that's fine. So let's go 1, 2, 3. Make an insane axe wielding dwarf tree, hit for 7. Yeah, that's what you call all in. Usually it doesn't work. Like, I have a feeling it's just not going to work against this deck. I'm going to sideboard and invoke the divine. For sure, yeah, like, and that's what happens. That's what happens when you mess with too many damn enchantments. That's interesting. So he's leading his stack back in case I have invoked the divine. That's a very conservative play, I think. It's unlikely that I can kill him. So next turn I can go Palaka Worm, gain some life, but I think I'm so far behind already. It's not going to matter. Like, what would I need to draw? I guess we could draw the gold, green, blue flyer, mantle rider or whatever. I think I just made up a name for him. That's not his name. Come on, do your thing, attack. Attack for 4, draw a card. Oh, it's brutal, brutal, brutal. So, I mean, if my Palaka Worm gets Essence Scattered, I think I'm just going to cry. I'm going to insta-concede. Okay, fine. Fine. Is it possible that we can win? With a 9 power trample, Pegasus Courser riding Palaka Worm? Of course not. Because my opponent's drawing cards every turn. Do I have any discard effects? I don't think I do. Why, what a strong deck you have, good sir. Oh man, I'm not even sure if Invoke the Divine would help here. I think I would probably still lose. Well, I guess it would be better than like an open form in this matchup, for sure. I forgot to re-equip to the Courser. Okay, I think I've seen enough. Let's go to the next game. So what's my plan against this? Just ceaseless onslaught. Definitely invoke the divine. I think suspicious bookcase is good. I think giant spider is better than dwarf. Dwarf and priest. And what do we cut? Again, a drill master. Yeah, I think so. 13 creatures. I don't really want to go with 13 creatures though. Maybe one of these. Yeah, I think we don't want to overdo it. It's a cool card with Satyr, but given how much enchant removal my opponent has, enchantments become much worse in my deck. Okay. I would like to draw a Pegasus courser here. That would be good. All right, let's get in there. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Now I think it's better to just X, equip, and get in there. My deck wants to consistently do damage every turn. The way it wins is just by forcing chumps by like turn 6. Just, pressuring opponent, trying to get his life as low as possible, or forcing just awkward double blocks. Yeah, like my opponent's not really in a position where he can attack. He can, but I think it would be a big mistake. Yeah, well, now he can attack. Now it's not a mistake to attack. I just lost my best creature. Yeah, so opponent just demonstrated how you're supposed to use cavalry. Drill master. But whatever, we got 2 points of damage in with him anyway, so we didn't really have a choice. So let's go X, talons, get in for significant amount of damage. So it's 4 damage. And then we can use Luminous Bonds on the Stallion next turn. And we can bring back talons at some point, replay it for value. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're 2 away from Gas Bark. So I would like to draw like best draw. I think would be like the Baloth Null, not the Baloth Null, the Vigilant Baloth. That's the one I'm thinking of. The 5/5 Vigilance. I think that's the best draw in our deck right now because it becomes 6/6 Trampler with Talons and 8/6 Trample with Marauder's Axe with Vigilance. Come on, one time. Oh no! All right, we just got to go Luminous Bonds on the big guy. But I mean, if we can, resolve Gas Bark, like we have no bad draws right now. We draw a land, we can play a 7/7. We don't draw a land, we could still make a play. So at this point, I'd actually rather draw a land, to be honest, because I can set up for a big turn, and I don't think my opponent can kill me. Like I'll take 5 damage next turn, so I take 3, so I can go to 4. But okay, invoke the divine. So what can I? Enchantment. Yeah, so I can invoke the divine, Johnny's Last Stand, I think I do it now then, right? Main phase, doesn't matter. I'm essentially playing around a counterspell by doing that. So I take 5. Palaka Worm would be a super, super awkward draw right now. Because I'm 1 green short. That's not the end of the world. That gives me something. I guess I wouldn't mind drawing like Manolith into Palaka Worm. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. The race is on. 9/9 trample. 9/9 trample, baby. Are we gonna do it? No luminous bonds. No removal. Okay, okay. Is that it? Is that all you got? Is that all you got? No attacks. Come on. Come on, buddy. Get in there. Get in there. And play our little vigilance guy. And do we want to re-equip it? Doesn't matter. I mean, if my opponent has some sort of pump or another angel, then we're dead, of course. Oh no, we're not. We're not quite dead. Here we need to have like. Okay, yeah, that's. Oh, it sucks. You're so close. So close. Palaka Worm, where are you? Now we need Palaka Worm. One time. 1 in 24. 1 in 24 chance. So we're not out of it. We can replay Talons. I think we forgot to do it. So let's do it now. All right, let's do it at the end of our opponent's turn. So we have some outs now. If we get Oakenform, we can win. So he's got to double block it now. Yep, that's good. That's good. So we're gonna bring it back again. Just taking one. Come on, Palaka Worm. I believe in you. I know you're somewhere in there. The next card from the top. One time. Nope. That's not a Palaka Worm. Yeah, I need to do it now. All right, that's actually a powerful effect. We're going to lose to that if we don't find an answer now. Oh no. Oh no. So what that card does is it mills you for 3 at the beginning of your upkeep, and for every land that's milled, you draw a card. So if you mill 2 lands right now, it's like you draw 2 cards. And now I don't think we can win. Unless, yeah, he just drew 3 cards. He's got 6 cards. This is ridiculous. You kidding me? Are you kidding me? We're so close. Maybe like, I don't know what would need to happen now. Something absolutely ridiculous would need to happen. Yeah, now so he's at 5 and he's got a lethal attacker. Yeah, all right, well, that was fun, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go to match 3. Let's just take a look at the deck before we do that. Do we want the bookshelf? Bookcase. I think we do. I think it's a good card. I think it goes well with what our deck is trying to do. So let's make that change and let's go to game 3. By the way, I love the fact that they're not offering to sell you freaking booster packs in between rounds. I hope they're not doing that, because that was a huge mistake, I think, from a gameplay perspective, because you're totally giving an advantage to people who are straight up willing to spend more money. Like a sealed pool is not traditionally, 7 or 8 or 9 packs or whatever it is. It's just, yeah, I actually wrote him a letter about that because I thought it's not really, just not a good design. Okay. So we're going to play now my favorite creature in this format. I'm not even kidding when I say that. I think this is my biggest sleeper of the format is this greenseeker. I think you never attack with this guy. You just always draw. Okay. Okay. I still think, draw 40% of a card is better than deal 3 damage in that spot. But I'll run this guy out, and then I can start using Luminous Bonds to hold down whatever opponent plays, like, what is it? Yeah, Spark Tongue Dragon. Sure, it's a great target for Luminous Bonds or even Electrify. Okay. So, got it. So Luminous Bonds, get it for 2. Oh, you're so good. What do we do? So do we want to make a 3/3 Hydra? I guess we do. If we find an island, we can just start giving it flying. Whatever, 3/3 body's reasonable. Electrify, electrify, okay. No problem. Ooh, that is an excellent luminous bonds target. That is an excellent luminous bonds target. So let's see if we can draw land and then play Manolith into luminous bonds. Oh, you're so good. All right, so let me do the maths. So, yep. And get it for 2. I hope he doesn't play like a volcanic dragon or something, because the ability still triggers. It doesn't say, and its activated abilities cannot be activated. She still makes dragons. Okay, good. That's not a dragon. That's good. Oh, greenseeker, you're so good. Okay. Just get a 7/7 and pass. Is it a dragon? Oh, it's a Palaka worm? Okay. That's actually okay. I can, whatever, we can trade. Actually, we don't even need to trade because how much mana do I have? Okay, so let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. And Pegasus Corsair. And now I can race against this Palaka worm, and I can gain some life off Priest. Like I don't want to trade here because I can run into a combat trick or something unpleasant, and opponent draws a card when Palaka worm dies. So I'd rather just try to race in this situation. It's a little bit annoying. It's a little bit annoying. That is also very annoying. So now I think I actually will block if he attacks. No attacks, okay. All right, I'm going in there. I'm getting in there. I cannot believe this. You block in that situation because, you know, you got to play around, take vengeance, and you draw a card anyway, and you're going to lose the race at this rate. It's not like, you know, letting me take a hit of 7, given what and he doesn't attack, which doesn't make sense at all. Oh, draw a card. Thank you. Wait, maybe can we draw another just for the fun of it? Can we just draw another card? Okay, I didn't feel like we needed to wait to do that because it's just so much fun to do. So now, yeah, let's gain life now. First, let's play this critter to gain 1 extra life. So now we're going to gain 6. Go to 26. And now let's get in for the attack. You got a block now. Yeah, of course. You got a block. You know, now we're just going to do this every turn before our upkeep. Because why not? Sorry, I should say during our upkeep step. And why we do that? Because we already know that it was Murder's Axe from last time. That was a mistake. I'm not paying attention. Duh. Okay, so what do we do now? Let's draw the card. Play the axe. Equip, I guess. Priest. And let's just get in with these two big guys. Yeah, now the deck is working much better, of course. What do you got? What do you got? Okay. So now we're going to re-equip Murderer's Axe on... what do we want to equip it on? I guess Vigil and Baloth, because if we can find a way to give him trample, like if we draw the 2-mana trample card, that would be good. Okay, Garapor guy does nothing here. Yeah, let's try to draw a card. Sweet. So we draw land, and then we draw a real card. Okay, another land, fine. Let's see, so let's go Axe on my Vigilance guy and attack with these two. So with Electrify, it's going to be a 2-for-1 if my opponent tries to triple block Vigil and Baloth, which they'll try to do. And to get the most value, I kill one of the Druids with my Electrify, and that way I can get all three of them. Easy, easy. And pass. Okay. So sideboard. I'm just playing like red-black. God, that 6/6 dragon is just frightening. We gotta save Luminous Bonds for that. Even if we're taking it to the face. Johnny's welcome. I don't think that's good. Let's see, what do we see? Sparktown Dragon. Yeah, I don't think Invoke the Divine is good. He's got a bunch of Electrifies. Maybe we want to make room for another Talons, since he's got so much removal. Maybe Talons instead of Bookcase like this. Yeah, maybe that could be better. And let's see, are we going to be in the play or on the draw? Chooses to play first. This is a keep. I need a forest, and then this card. This hand is just gorgeous. If I can get a forest. Opponent mulligans to 6, and puts a card in the bottom. All right. Forced. Now let's unlock that. Oh, Dak, you're spoiling me today. Look at this. First draft or first sealed game of the set, and it's just things are going well. Sometimes it's all you need is just a freaking forest. Is that too much? Is that so much to ask for? Okay. Do I want to protect? No, I really don't want to cast Talons because I'm going to be tapping it every turn. That's not what I'm trying to do with this card. I think we're just going to pass here. I mean, I could cast Hydra as just a 2/2. Doesn't seem very good. It's going to be a 3/3 trample. Doesn't seem good. This is one of our better cards. And he might also have removal up. Whatever. I'm not going to cast anything this turn. I'm just going to pass and then use Dryad's ability. Okay, it's not what we need. So let's draw this card, use the ability again, find a land. Okay, not a land. Okay, now I am going to play Hydra this turn. I need to have something. It wouldn't have made a difference because I couldn't attack into Spider with it anyway, and I would have drawn Angel, so not playing it last turn didn't really cost us. I guess I'll take 5. So we're going to take 2 here. But we could use Luminous Bonds on the dragon. Didn't draw land. Let's just use Luminous Bonds. So like the thing is, I'm going to use the ability now. I'm not going to try to double block the spider and risk running into a combat trick. I'm just going to activate it now, find my land, play my land, tell you again how awesome this card is, and then just pass. If I get a forest, I can go Vigilant Bealoth and just have a brick wall. Oh no, our opponent just lost spiders. Palaka Worm. Now's not the time. All right, Bealoth, no, do your thing. Do your thing. This card is so good. It's outside of range for Electrify, so there's not too many cards in red, green that actually deal with Bealoth Null, except like Banefire or whatever it is. Yeah, Basilisk is one, but we're not attacking with Vigilant Bealoth. We're trying to stabilize, spread out our board, gain some life, continue drawing cards off Dryad. Like, we're not in a rush right now. In fact, I'm probably just going to play Priest and Talents on Vigilant Bealoth, probably. You know what? You know what I actually could do? I can put talents on Vigilant Bailout, and if I get a source of red mana, I can attack. And after my opponent sets up blocks, I can electrify Dagger back, and that could be pretty good because I could kill a giant spider for free, basically. And the other, like, if he triple blocks, like, it wouldn't kill Vigilant Bailout, but we don't have red mana. It's unlikely that we're going to get it next turn. So, all right, opponent's really thinking. So let's pause this. All right, so no attacks. We'll have Religious Flame now. Gaining 4 life, not too shabby. So let's pass. Really? That's it? Wait, what happened? Oh, that's the first one? First one's done? What? They're still offering you to do this? Oh, it's so terrible. That's so, you guys are evil. Yeah, of course I have to do it now. Because they put you in a prisoner's dilemma type of situation. Like, you have to assume everybody else is doing it, so you have to do it as well. Otherwise, your deck isn't really as good. But what's actually happening is probably, maybe in reality, 30 to 40% of players are actually upgrading their deck, and then you have an unfairly better deck, and then that actually makes you a worse player because you think that your deck is awesome, where you're just, you're essentially getting an unfair advantage by, falling victim to Wizards' manipulative marketing practices. Of course, I'm never going to get any support from any organization with talk like that, but I really think it's a mistake. Like, they shouldn't do that. What's going on? You don't have any. Somebody must have bought all these right before I initiated a trade request. So, all right, give me a minute. Let me take care of this, and I'll be. All right, so we went 2-1 in our first draft pod. We're gonna reluctantly buy a freaking booster right now, and let's go to deck building. See what we opened. Sort. Rarity. Do they have the window that shows you what you opened? Yeah, they do. All right. So let's see what we got. Remorseful Cleric, a Johnny's Pride Maid. That might actually. It's not enough for us to reconsider the light gain deck. So for consideration, out of this, for consideration for our deck, definitely Remorseful Cleric is an upgrade. Maybe even Make a Stand. So let's print screen this. Just because it's so, it's easy for these cards to kind of get lost in the middle of everything else we drafted. So let's see, how many ways to gain life do we have? Balaka Worm, and that's it. This is just, it's just a good 2-drop flyer. Honestly, I think we can win with that bookcase. It was just funny that our opponent made a mistake game 1 and gave it to us. So, all right, let's sort this by color. And what else did we get? We got Titanic Growth. What was the other thing? Make a stand. Yeah. Do we want to put make a stand into our deck? I think we do. It's like given all the big stuff that we have. Like, okay, the thing is, Luminous Bonds is a common, and it's not good against removal like that. It's essentially good against combat situations or against, if you're playing against red, and you could bring it in from the sideboard, and it could be like just a white counterspell against removal. I'm not sure what. All right, let's take a minute and see. I mean, we definitely got one improvement with Cleric. I mean, he's great with like Open Form, Mortar's Axe. You just equip him up and send him in there. And this Exile ability is not relevant against Bone Dragon. Okay, so I think the change I'm making is I'm putting in 2 talents. I'm taking out Oaken Form, and I think I'm taking out a Drill Master because it doesn't really work well with talents. He still dies in combat. You want to put talons on your Senator Courser, keep him getting through as a 4/4, then a 5/5, backing him up with Luminous Bonds. That seems good. And then make a stand. Can help you, make sure that your Marauder's Rax remains attached, that your enchantment remains attached. Oaken Form, I guess it's still a good card in our deck. But like, what else do we cut for it? A Dwarven Priest? Do we want to go to 13 creatures? Seems like too much. Do we have? We don't have any spirit synergies. I don't think so. I think this is still better. All right, let's save it and run it like this. Yeah, because the more I'm playing this deck, the more I understand that Trample is super relevant for what we're trying to do with Marauder's Axe and the 5/5. So that's why Talons are very good in this deck. Whereas Oaken Form is kind of setting yourself up for a 2-for-1. And I think our deck probably wants to draw first. Good. Okay, we actually prefer not to play first. So we need 8 planes. I forget how many sources we have, but we should be okay. Most to 5. Oh, sorry, most to 6. And it's a card on bottom. All right. All right, now we really need a source of white mana because we have 5 unplayable cards in our hand. It's not very good. Or a Manolith or something. Manolith would also be a great draw. All right, next turn at least we can play Skyrider Patrol. Another creature, right? Another target creature. So if we draw like one of our, 2 or 3 drops that are green, we can trigger this ability. Because it doesn't have to be attacking, it just says at the beginning of combat on your turn. So even if it has summoning sickness, like we can get in an attack and put a counter on something if we can draw a creature. So Senator Courser would be good, the 3/4/3/3. All right, let's pause. Okay. Attack. I don't think I can block here. I mean, I believe that my opponent has a combat trick. I don't think he would just throw away a Child of Night this early on. Okay, so he would have killed him. So should I block? Should I have blocked? Maybe it was a mistake not to block. I don't know now. Now I'm confused. Now I'm just confused. This is just a cringeworthy situation with, 5 unplayable spells that are all very, very good, by the way. No. All right, I think I'm done. Oh, there's hope. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Who says we're dead? Jeez, my opponent is at 34 life. 34 life. How about that? Okay. Demon is pretty good. 6/6 flying trample for 4. All right, let's see what else you got. We're just playing for information at this point. Oh yeah, that's lethal. Never mind. So sideboard plan. Do we want a giant spider? Yeah, I mean he's got some flyers in there. I think giant spider is better. Okay. Let's try again. All right, I have to mull this. Yeah. All right, this is good. This is not good. So not much going on, Druid. All right. I will attack for 1. And play a giant spider. I'd rather have a 4/4 Hydra. It works much better with Corsair. It's 5 a turn. So play giant spider this turn, setting up for an attack for 3 next turn. Hexproof Wine Mare. Can I erase that? Huh. This gives some interesting options. Let's just get in. Let's do this for now. Let's get in for 3. Imagine a giant spider riding in the back of a horse for entertainment value. And let's go Hungering Hydra. Done. I don't think I'm gonna block Wine Mare because I can get blown out when I have a make a stand in my hand. I think it's much stronger. And I'm still racing, like I'm doing 4 a turn. Okay, no blocks. I wish our deck had a Vine Mare. It's the ideal card for all the strong green enchantments. Oh my god, you have another one. Are you kidding? What is going on? All right, now I'm keeping everything back. Forget it. Forget it. That's it. We gotta buckle down now. We gotta set up some double locks. We gotta get these damn things off the board. Now, unfortunately, Make a Stand doesn't really work against Spore Swarm. Or no, sorry, Spore. God, what is it called? The 4 mana -3/-3. Black card, instant speed. It's not gonna help. But if my opponent's got nothing and he attacks with both mirrors, then it's gonna be a sweet blowout for us. Somehow I doubt it though. Right, opponent's thinking, so let's pause it. Can we get so lucky? Can we get so lucky? Is it possible? Honestly, if he doesn't have a spell, I'm gonna let this resolve. But if he's got any effect, then this could be really nasty for us. In a good sense. Well, it's not quite the blowout that we wanted, but whatever, we still get one of them off the board. And we don't lose any of our creatures. Oh, wait, and I have an 11/10 Hydra? What? What? Can't be blocked by more than one creature? Oh, Oh, wait, I totally missed that. I knew about this ability, but I didn't factor that. Oh my God. Then I definitely should have fired off Make a Stand. That's so sick. So this has been an instruction manual for how to build a 11, 10 Hydra. Sorry, 10, 10 Hydra. It's got +1, +0 from the other ability. So do we have lethal? Almost. Let's just make the Hydra fly, because why not? Flying Hydra is better than a non-flying Hydra. And we're going to go Manolith and Enchanter. Oh, sweet. That was pretty sweet. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's, well, he can jump for a turn. But I'll, okay. All right, well, that was fun. That was fun. Lesson learned. Read the cards. This would have been great in Rivals of Ixalan with, what do you call it? Enrage triggers for green. Let's see. Any changes? I don't think so. I think our deck is working well. Let's just run it back. Oh, deck. Okay, that's good. What do I do with this thing? Do I keep this on top? No, right? We need some action. We need something better than that. All right, let's play our Murderous Axe. Marauders. I keep saying Murderous Axe. It's not a Murderous Axe. There actually was a card like that in Shadows over Innistrad, I think. Let's see, whenever another creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield, you can draw a card. That seems pretty good. I'm gonna wait. Oh, oh, look at that value opponent's getting. Jeez. I think I need to play Giant Spider here. As much as I love my Dryad, I guess I could have played it and equipped it also. Maybe that would have been better. Yeah, that would have been totally better than playing a Giant Spider there. What am I thinking? And Luminous Bonds, by the way, doesn't deal with Dryad because he just keeps tapping. Opponent's going off. Stop drawing cards. For the love of God. Cut it out. Okay, I think I will just play an equip now. We're incentivized to sandbag Hydra for at least one turn. Now it can be a 6/6 or 5/5. And if we find an island, we can start giving it flying with Sky Reader. Opponent got 7 cards in hand. This is getting a bit out of control. So this actually triggers twice off. Oh God, I can't watch this. This is just brutal. This is so brutal. How do you win against this? I guess like if we draw Cavalry Pegasus, maybe that's something. I think I need to play it now. I can't keep dorking around. So, I have a feeling we're going to get Luminous Bonds thrown on that thing right away. That's my bet for the turn. Some sort of removal on Hydra. So I need to put, okay. Or just that. I mean, I guess bonds would have been much better. All right, well, let's see. What can we do against this just brutal onslaught? I can't really do much. We just sit back right now. And pray. Well, we can't, I mean, he's going to give this, he's going to trigger the ability from this. He's going to make a 4/4. He's going to make a Sarah Angel. Get in for 5. Okay, that's not going to do anything now. Why do people main deck Duress? I don't get it. Or maybe he voted in from the sideboard. Just seems very bad in this format. Yeah, I mean, opponent's deck is just absolutely ridiculous with this, you know, like super overpowered rares. There's not much we can do. Yeah, and he's gonna get a Sarah Angel, and I'm gonna draw a land. That's how we're doing it this game. So, forget it. All right, it's done. It's done. We're done. Let's go to game 2. All right, so we can go Satyr into Luminous Bonds and draw a card. That could be good. And so opponent's missing a land drop on turn 3. Lightning bolt. Oh, lightning strike. Okay. I think I'd rather just take 3 and play Take Vengeance. I don't feel like I need to use Luminous Bonds on that card. I don't care about taking 3 damage. This is not very mana efficient, but we're setting up for like a huge Hydra. And we got Angel, we got removal. We're not in a rush. Alright, so next turn we can have a 6/6 Hydra if we want, and that's outside the range for most red burn spells. Another one, okay. Alright, so let's get a 6/6. Pass. Oh, that's very mean of you, sir. I guess we need the angel to trade with the devils. My life total is pretty low, so I want to make sure that I don't fall too far behind. So it would be nice if we could draw that blue, green, gold card, but no, we can't get it. And it sucks, but we can't cast Electrify right now because we don't have red mana. So Block of Worms looking like the best draw for us right now. Yeah, playing is not going to do it. So I'm going to have to chump Fire Elemental. I'm pretty much dead. I mean, I don't think I can win. Maybe with a Pelaka Worm I can win. Let's see who he gets flying to. Yeah. Makes sense. He forces me to chump. Well, yeah, red-white aggro is the scary deck that we talked about that we can easily lose against. So I think I want this Drill Master instead of one of the talents. I mean, I'm almost tempted to put in like a second Dwarven Priest. Or maybe like a Marauder's Axe. Yeah, like if we can, keep gaining life, stabilizing, if we can grind, if we can go long, we can grind out a game. But if we're just using, enchantments instead of playing creatures and getting hit with removal and just essentially being overrun, it's not a good game plan. And so next turn we can play Courser. Lightning Strike. Maybe. No, okay. Sarkhan. So I might have to use Make a Stand next turn to just get rid of him, because he can become a problem. Oh, but I can't cast it. Crap. All right, let's just attack Sarkhan. One of blocks with Havoc Devils, and then we play Vigilant Baloth. Okay. Stack Sarkhan. Okay. Let's play Remorseful Cleric and pass. It's not a problem. All right, let's sack and wipe the graveyard. So let's get in there with Baloth, holding out Make a Stand. Let's play Priest. Gain 2 and pass. Click the next line, but it doesn't matter. We can't cast anything anyway. Okay. All right, let's go like this. Okay, make a stand. Maybe our opponent also has make a stand. If not, then this is pretty big swing. Okay, okay. Looking good. Next turn, we can go angel and get in for a ton. Wow, okay. So that went well. Make a stand's really overperforming. All right, let's run it back. All right. Yes, that's a good keep. We get one more land and we're solid. Yes, excellent. That is scary. That is very scary. So I need to trade Corsair with that immediately because I can't afford to take just an endless beating. I mean, it sucks trading a Corsair for just a random 2-drop, but that thing hits hard. Okay, so opponent's got a trick, but he decided not to use it there. And no play. Okay. So what's the play? What do we do? I guess Manolith into Hydra. And then if we draw another land, we can make 2 plays on turn 5, or on turn 6 rather. Okay. All right, that's strong. So now, yeah, let's just play a big fat Hydra. Let's make a 5/5 and pass. Then we can play Take Vengeance on the Dragon. Okay, that's not a problem. And play Dwarven Priest. I'm actually attacking. It's risky. I mean, if he's got removal from my priest, it would be pretty bad, but if not, then we've stabilized quite well. Oh boy. So I think I'm gonna block. I don't even know what do I block. If you're playing against black, you should never block the non-token, because there's a card that says this gets +2/+0, it dies, it comes back, and then you just make another knight. So I don't think there's a way to blink it in red-white, but I'm sure there's a combat trick or something. Yeah, like that. That's fine. Whatever. I take 2 here. Maybe we can blow our opponent out if he tries to double block and go for a trick. Nothing. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Not too scary. Attacking. Why? Seems like a bad idea to attack. So one card that can get us here is like the 4-mana sorcery that makes 2 1/1s and pumps a team. So not seeing that is actually really good news. I don't know. Maybe our opponent can. Maybe he's got like a Banefire or some direct damage. Yeah, it would be actually Xaxes with the Banefire. Okay. Boy. Well, that's that. Well, we could still eke out, like if we win this game and the next 3 matches, then we can be above 50% win rate for this. Now we're 2 and 3 kind of losing, which is unfortunate, but whatever. We played some good decks, and we're learning. But unfortunately, it doesn't seem like buying that booster pack helped us out too much, given that we just lost 2 in a row. So let's see how we do in the third match. That should tell us about the deck. I think if we lose this third match, then that just kind of means that green-white is just low power overall, because it seems like we have all the components for it, more or less. Well, I shouldn't say that. We have a lot. We have quite a bit of components for that deck. Like even Courser's considered a good card to play in an enchantment-heavy deck because you can fly over the top. So we're not just dependent on the stupid Saturn to draw us cards. Okay, got him all in this. Let's keep. I guess we put that on top. So let's see. Okay. Oh, I should have played an island. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. Because if we draw 4x next turn, then we can just play Skyrider. That's a stupid mistake. I hope it doesn't bite us. Does he have some like graveyard interaction? If he's got some graveyard interaction, then I'd rather kill the token, I guess. All right, well, The good news is that play didn't hurt us. The bad news is that we're still pretty hurt. 2 turn from that zombie is not pleasant. 4 turn, I should say, and getting drained for 1. Okay, so my opponent looks like he's playing some super aggro version of this black-red deck. Still hanging back, not doing much. So now we can double block the 2-headed zombie and maybe find some way to stabilize, but that neonate is going to get us. It's inevitability. We're down to 6 life, and we're going to need to find an answer for it. Yeah, it's a smart attack. I can't block the goblin, so. Oh, jeez. Jeez. All right. Well, I see what's going on. I see what's going on. All right. I don't think we need 2 of them. Do we need Saturn Enchanter? He's just drawing us cards off Luminous Bonds. I think we take him out. This is how we win, I think. Maybe like we even play a second Johnny's Welcome. I'm not sure. Over Make a Stand? Oh yeah, let's take out Talents. We don't need this thing. I need to make one cut. Oof, that's a tough one. All right, I really can't figure out how to make, I don't know what cut to make, so whatever. I'm running 40 more cards. 19 seconds left. I wouldn't mind drawing my favorite creature in this format right now. Oh, am I really playing a Hydra just to trade? That's so sad. That's so sad. If I get a land, I'm going Manolith immediately to get to Vigilant Baloth. Yep. So that was like a baby Hydra. No, come on, deck. Come on, you can do better than that. Don't do me dirty. It's not too scary. Land. Ah, why? Why do you do this to me? Come on, I'm about to go 0-3 in the second one. And then I have to win all 3 of my next matches for this to be like a worthwhile postable sealed. Sealed is really not my forte. I play way more draft than I do sealed. It's no excuse, of course, and the shuffler is not helping me right now. But I really don't like losing 3 in a row. It's not something that I think happens commonly for me. But it's not much you can do when you blink, 4 times in a row. Sorry, 5 times in a row. All right, well, yeah, it's game over. Well, it probably wouldn't have attacked there because then that makes the artifact creature a 2/5, unless he has another blue creature. I think that. Oh, I'm just disgusted. I'm disgusted. Now I have to discard too. Just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. What am I supposed to do? I don't think I can win. So I play a Pegasus Courser and take 8. Draw an Illuminous Bonds. And then jumping. Gargoyle next turn. What? Wait, did our opponent just concede? Huh? Huh? What just happened? Our opponent conceded? No, we lost. How did we lose? Ah, sovereign bite. Duh. Okay. I like that little cute consolation prize that I get with 10 points. Yeah, thank you for trying. All right, we got to buy another booster here. Prisoner's Dilemma and all. Let's see what we got. I think maybe we can reconsider like another colored deck at this point. All right, this is going to take a while. Let me see if I can update some of our previous builds now. All right, so after trying some builds, I think this is one option for a new deck. Goblin Instigator goes well with Trash Master. I don't think we have any other goblins, but these are essentially like you know, 2/2/2s. Siegebreaker is actually very good. Suspicious Bookcase can let us get some, you know, last points of damage through. This is a bit greedy. I mean, you know, 5, you know, 6 and 7 drops is a bit too much. I mean, we want to cast Hydra here as well, essentially. So, to be fair, you should consider it top end. I'll try building like I guess a base white deck as well, just to see if that's better. But I think this is our best bet for now. All right, so I built a couple of other options. Like this is what the white red deck looks like. It's still not much there. I mean, we could maybe like force. Well, actually, on second thought, I guess like if we really push it, we can make it work. It just seems like I mean, it seems like a one-trick pony. If you can't kill your opponent very fast, then there's no reason to play. I guess we could even do like Act of Treason and do 16 lands in this deck, topping out at 5. All right, potentially. Maybe I didn't give it all the due credit. Let's continue. So black red sacrifice again, not really there. 1 Act of Treason to go with Brawl Bash Trover. So this is like white blue. White blue has a lot of just playables, but it feels like it's just missing some oomph. Like there's not enough artifacts, so we probably wouldn't play artifacts just for the sake of playing artifacts. So Stars would be out. No, Snapping Drake would be in. Yeah, this would be out. This is also very awkward. So this would be the build. So it's almost like a mono white deck splashing some blue. This double blue is really awkward. Yeah, it just doesn't. I mean, like white is still super strong. It just doesn't feel like it's working. So it's either like white red or white green. I guess green is still very deep, and green is our current deck. So the question is, what's better? Is it this? Is it this build with 2 luminous bonds, make a stand, Pegasus Coursers, or this very kind of I guess what is this deck trying to do? I'd say this is like a super greedy deck. That's what this is. Let's see if maybe we can make the original deck better. Can we make room for Colossal Majesty in this deck? Like, Colossal Majesty doesn't really work as well with this white-green build. All right, I want to try this red-green build. I really want to make this greenseeker work with all my top end. So let's try to make this deck work. So recommendation is 3. I have double red, so I think I need at least 5 sources. And then, why do we have a foul orchard in here? We don't need that. Let's get that out of here. I considered like also putting in Poison Tip Archer. It's a really good card. Like, it's just a solid card, but it's not good enough to ruin my mana base. So let's try this again. So God, the curve looks kind of super awkward out here, doesn't it? Wait. I need to make a cut. I'm curious to see if this deck performs better. If this feels too clunky, then we can always switch back to the green-white deck. Okay. That's a mulligan. Yeah, that's a good hand. Let's keep. I'd like to see any land on top. That's not a land that's going on the bottom. Yeah, we should probably draw first also in this format. I don't want to run into Essence Scatter. Whatever. Essence Scatter. Yep. Or just counterspell, fine, that's fine. All right, Divination. All right, let's just pass here. Next turn, we can play Declare Dominance and take out some creatures. If we get another land. Okay. So, all right, we're going to kill him. What do I discard here? Guess my 7-drop. So really need a land to kill Nicol Bolas. He needs to go now. All right. I need to play around like a bouncer, counterspell, or something like that. That would be bad. So the wall's gonna live. I have to order the blockers correctly. I need to kill Bolas and Gutter Snipe, barring any board interaction like bounce spell or essentially it can only be a bounce spell. Okay. So Nicol Bolas goes first. Okay, so it's like a 2-for-2 basically. Well, not really. It's like a 3-for-2. Yeah, I lose 3 cards, opponent loses. Let's try that again. I lost Oakenform, Instigator, and Declare Dominance, and opponent lost Lightning Strike, Nicol Bolas, and Gutter Snipe. So it seems like a fair trade. Let's pass. Okay, so we're going to discard Titanic Growth. And electrify Nightmare Horror. Is that what it is? Yeah, Nightmare Horror. Pass. I'm going to do it now. This is really like a Skin Witch. That's a 3/3 flyer instead. So as good as Skin Witch was, this is even better. Because like discard a card, draw a card is about it's maybe even better than discard 2 cards, to be honest. It depends on the situation, but in general, it's a good effect. So Baloth, pass. Hopefully no Essence Scatter. Okay. I mean, if opponent's not got nothing else, then we're gonna go just Marauder's Axe on Vigilant Baloth and go to town. So he's gonna copy Vigilant Baloth. Yeah, it's okay. He's still 2 for 1ing himself to trade and then hacking. By the way, this card is pretty cool because you can actually play it on your opponent's creature and make a copy, like downgrade your opponent's creature as well. There's different ways you can go about playing that card. All right, let's just chop away. Shock, really? Oh. By the way, I think I forgot it. I forgot the main board is shock. I need to double check when I go to sideboard. I think I may have left one out. All right, so we're in top deck mode. Let's see who gets something first. And okay, that's good. And done. Yes. It's pretty strong. Jumping only makes it bigger. And it can be blocked by more than one creature. All right, that's not gonna help. It might, I shouldn't say that. It's not gonna help this turn. Okay. So let's clip. Land. 7. And pass. Well, his deck is pretty sweet. I mean, he's got Nicol Bolas, Psychic Symbiont. It's pretty strong. No. No. Okay, that's not a problem. So let's get in there for 1. And let's pass. Yeah, this is where our deck really shines because now a lot of our top end is just very, yeah, like Palaka Worm is just great. Get in there. So 7, bounce effect. Okay, that's fine. So opponent takes 4. And replay Palaka Worm. Just non-stop big stuff. All day long. All day long. All right, that's strong. That's strong. That's going to kill Palaka Worm. I'm going to draw a card. Or maybe he'll kill Colossus. Nope, that's fine. All right, it replaces itself. See what I get. Forest. Let's see. There's 2 or less. So let's go Marauders, Axe on Colossal Dreadmaw. So we're forcing a chump. Oh, I see what you did there. I see what you did there. All right, let's pass. We're still not doing too bad. I mean, this Arcane Encyclopedia is letting him draw a ton of cards, but our top end is just so powerful. Draw card, yep. I mean, not for nothing, but my opponent may just mill himself with 9 cards left before he does 25 damage to me. So, any changes? God, I can't believe I left Shock out. What is wrong with me? I felt like I was missing something. I think we take out probably one of these 7 drops. It's just too much. Too much top end. This is so much better. Oh, this is great. This is like close to nut draw for me, I think, given the way this deck works. All right, let's go favorite card in the set. Okay. Let's play Manolith. And use the ability at the end of our opponent's turn. And also potentially even on our upkeep. Ah, we don't need to do it on our upkeep. Okay, so anything? Nothing? Draw a card? Nope. All right, so let's play Highland Lake. Guide. And pass. Sweet. Oh. Colossal Majesty, you say? Okay. But let's just play our Dreadmaw and pass. Just keep drawing cards with this little guy. Okay. And I'm actually going to do it again during my upkeep, I think. Does that make sense? No, actually, I don't think it makes sense because I can only play 1 line now anyway. So just go Twins and pass. Okay. So Gasbark Twins are going to die. That's unfortunate. Okay. Any attacks? No attacks. Let's use this ability now. Okay, forced. Now I think I will do it on my upkeep in case, like, I want to rip through as many lands as possible. So I'm going to draw something else before, try to draw something else. Sweet. Okay, and now I can get like a big stupid creature like this guy. That's excellent. So let's see what I want to do. I guess I want to play. Can I do both Colossal Majesty and Groundbreaker? Let's see. I have 3, 7, 8. It's exactly 8. And the next turn I can start going to town. I could either declare dominance and get a really strong attack, keeping up Electrify and or Shock. I have a lot of flexibility, so as long as Siegebreaker lives, then we can do a lot of stupid things, and I'm not too concerned. As long as my opponent does not have removal for Siegebreaker and taps out, I'm okay no matter what. No attacks. Let's draw a card. And by the way, let's draw maybe... No, let's just... We're not going to do it now. Okay. Good. So, options, decisions. My opponent's kind of untapped, so what do I want to do now? I mean, one option is just to play like a gigantic Hydra and pass. By the way, as a win con, you can also like electrify and shock your own Hydra before damage is assigned if your opponent unblocks it, and then you can get it to deal a ton more life. So disperse. So he's dispersing Hydra. Oh, he's dispersing Meteor. Okay, all right, that's pretty strong. That's pretty strong. Opponent's doing it. Okay, but now I got a pretty sweet attack. Now I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him for that. Let's see. Do we draw a card? Do we draw a card? Maybe. One time. Oh, just the evil laugh. Oh, I'm not gonna do it. All right, so let's go with declare dominance. Kill all your guys. So dominance declared. And then let's play and equip axe. Pass keeping up greenseeker. We only have 6 lands left, so it's not likely that he's going to hit now. His ability becomes much worse later on. Okay, we can deal with that. So let's discard. Okay. Let's use the ability. Okay, just a bailout null. Just a bailout null. Let's draw a card, draw another card. Okay, let's just get this out of the way now. Actually, we don't even need to, right? We don't need to. And pass. All right, so that went much better. Let's see, draw a card. Needs to find answers to both Bailoff and Siegebreaker. Gutter Snipe is probably not going to be enough. Okay, Tormenting Voice. All right, opponent's thinking, so let's pause it. Okay, so he makes a copy of, he's gonna make Siegebreaker a copy of Gutter Snipe, I guess. Or of my 3/3. Okay, so now, no problem. So let's shock, all right, so let's shock Gutter Snipe. Wait, no, wrong mana. Red mana. Use greenseeker's ability. Okay. Draw a million cards. Electrify. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get in with everything. Okay. All right, on to game 2. Some redemption. Some redemption for this horrible 3 losses in a row. Hopefully we can. Yeah, so let's put a shock in instead of one of these way overpowered 7 drops, given what in my deck. Like, they're overpowered for my deck, given what I already have. 4 or 5 drops, 6 drops, 2 7 drops, and then a high draw. That's plenty of top end. So let's run it like this. And from what I've seen, I mean, you do this quite often, where if you're buying these stupid packs, you got to keep an eye over how your deck evolves to make sure that you can improve it. So if we win this roll, then we got to be on the play. So would you like to play first? No, I want to draw first. I'm going to keep this, hoping to find a forest, obviously. So let's keep. All right, not quite a forest. Okay. Yeah, you got to be really careful with this card, because if you don't pay 1, you have to sacrifice it. It's not like, don't get it confused with, like it just adds colorless mana if you don't pay 1. I could see somebody thinking that. You got to pay one, otherwise you sack it immediately. All right, so we can play our favorite friend now with dryad greenseeker. All right, what's going on? Okay, let's pass. Okay, courser, that's good. So we're not doing much. We're just playing Colossal Majesty and then activating ability at the end of our opponent's turn. That's it, taking 3 damage. I guess I will play Hydra just to trade with Corsair. No blocks. Okay. I guess it's better to play the Goblin instead of the Hydra. Hydra gets better. All right, let's pass. I mean, I guess I could also double block the 2-headed zombie. He's probably gonna kill Goblin Trashmaster. I think I'll just do that. If he attacks with both, I'm gonna double block 2-headed zombie. Okay, so the opponent decides not to go for the 2-for-1. Just prefers to get the damage in. I guess it's good also. All right, no blocks. Strangling Spores, that's what the card is called. Land. Yes. Yeah, so I'm taking quite a bit of damage, but now he cannot attack with Courser. I can even run out, yeah, like I can even run out Thornhide Walls. It's not that much different. And again, I will go for the double block first on the 2-headed zombie. Okay, okay, no problem. No problemo. No attacks? Sweet. Excellent. Now we can just go off. Okay. Courser stays on top. Let's always yield. So let's play Dreadmaw. Actually, you know what? I'm kind of tempted to attack here. I'm tempted to attack because then I can still draw cards, but my opponent can't, and I'm starting to get damage in right away. So I guess I could have also gone Declare Dominance. I probably should have done that. But I'd rather cast it on Colossal Dreadmaw because then I can also get in trample damage. It's just going to be much stronger, and I can wait a turn to do that. Of course, if my opponent has bounce here, that would be bad. I'd have to jump. I don't want to go to 3. Okay, no problem. No problem. Declared dominance, I think, is going to work out really well. So let's say it's going to be a 9-9. So this is 3-7. So I can kill all three of these. Can I draw shock or something right now? That would be so sick if I can get shock. Oh no, I missed. Oh, I didn't use this ability. That's okay. I'm just so like focused. All right, so this becomes a 9-9. So 3. Yeah, I need to do it. Let's just do it. No, wrong card. So declare dominance, Colossus Redmaw. And let's get in there with everything. Yeah, so it's a good trade. It's like a 3 for 2. I clean out the board. I'm still drawing cards. My opponent's no longer drawing cards. That's important. And I'm still doing stuff. Okay, not a problem. So that cannot hide Thornhide Walls, and the card draw from Colossal Majesty isn't going to kick in next turn, whereas I'm still drawing cards right now. I want to make sure I draw a real card, so I'm going to do this now. Okay, that's fine. So can we play and activate at the same time? Do we need to? I think I just want to play like a gigantic Hydra. Let's see, what's better? Siegebreaker can just, I guess, finish the game next turn. Yeah, I think I'm going to go Siegebreaker and Corsair. So no blocks, I assume. Yep, no blocks. So let's go 2, 3, 4, 5. Corsair. And pass. So he needs a way to deal with Siegebreaker, otherwise I can activate it twice and it's lethal. This card is going to overperform in this draft format, in this limited format, in sealed and in draft. Very high pick. All right. I don't think we change anything. Maybe like Root Snare. Root Snare is good. If my opponent's doing like Trumpet Blast, it's good against like green, white, go wide. All right, let's try it again. Yeah, it's a keep. I can play Brute and Electrify. It's a keep. All right, pass. Okay. No green man, unfortunately. Can't play my favorite card. So I've got to pass. Okay, take 2. I'm probably not going to trade because I can electrify whatever else my opponent plays. But he has vigilance. No, I'm going to block. Yeah, I'm just going to trade this. Get that out of the way. I mean, green-black has graveyard recursion, so we should be a little less excited, I guess, to trade, but we didn't see anything last game, and I'm just happy to get my greenseeker going. Like, and the thing is, like, from what we're seeing, like, players are unwilling to use removal on him, and I think that's a big mistake. So if we don't get a forest now off the top, we could use the ability right now. And if we find a forest, yeah, we can play Baloth. He is just, I'm going to keep saying it, he's just so good. Or she. We don't know what it is. Looks like a chick, actually. A woman, I should say. In case I'm offending anybody. Okay. I think that was a bit premature, but whatever. So it looks like our new deck is working much better. So it's all down to this, if we can get some redemption. So if we win now, then we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins and 5 wins and 4 losses. Oh, just sounds so terrible. So we're either going to go like 4 and 5 or 5 and 4. I'm not even sure if I should pose this, if this is considered like, you know, respectable or not. I guess it is to some extent. We went 2 and 1 for well, assuming we win now. I don't want to prematurely say that we're going to win because that's jinxing myself, especially when your opponent's got the 41 card special going. But if we win this, right, I guess it's not too bad. We went like 2 and 1 in 2 of our pods. It's respectable. All right, this is a great keep. An opponent put me on the draw, which is where I want to be with this deck. Especially with like shock. When you have shock, it's an incentive to kind of be on the draw and sealed. All right. Every turn, every game, just so reliable. I mean, I'm in love with this card. I should like order a huge cutout and put it up as a poster somewhere in my house. Okay. Yeah, like this thing does it once. This thing does it throughout the entire game, and it costs 1 less, and it has better stats. This is true ramp though, so this does put you ahead by 1 mana. So not to be understated, but despite that, I still think that greenseeker is better by miles than Elvish Rejuvenator. Not doing much else. Let's just play Marauder's Axe and pass. And start drawing cards. Okay. So that's strong. Not quite. So let's just play Skyrider Patrol. And then we could play Baloth and start getting in. I hope it doesn't get zapped or anything like that. I can still block everything else. I don't think, I mean, either way, it's not going to be terrible for us. Even if my opponent has removal, he's got to have removal and something else to really do a lot of damage this turn. Yeah. So he kills this. That's kind of a 1-for-1, but I don't think he can attack. Huh? Wow. So he's got something. So what's the red? So he's got the +4/+4, really? Whatever. I need to get it out of his hand. So let's block, like, I guess this. Do your +4/+4 thing. Ah. Okay, that's fine. That's a 2-for-1. So let's draw a card. Parting gift from my favorite friend. And let's start getting some big stupid creatures on the ground. What? 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 Why? Why give up? What do we want to do here? So maybe we can put in like Diamond Mare. Our opponent's deck is very aggressive. So how can we slow him down here? Diamond Mare instead of Titanic Growth, I think makes sense. Because as long as we don't die, and as long as we can block, we should do well. Maybe Root Snare. Let's see what he had. Spend green, red, with a bunch of X-Mons. Do I have anything that can do 1 damage? Nothing. All right, I still think we're good. We're good. We'll be fine. Just remember, we got to remember to say green for the Diamond Mare. Make me draw first. Yeah, I think like in Seal, the value of drawing first or playing first is much more clear. Like in Draft, it's harder to figure out when you want to be on the draw. With here, it's pretty clear cut. All right, let's pause this. All right, so we've been kind of stuck for about, I don't know, 8 minutes. Opponent's down to 13 minutes. It doesn't seem like he wants to play. he may just time out in a couple of minutes. We'll see what happens, but I'll pause it as to not waste time for now. All right, so we got like 140 play points. It's not too bad. I'm not sure if we got any money rares or not, but whatever. I think this video is like, given that this is the very first one in the format and we won about 50%, I guess it's worth posting just for anybody who wants to get a early feel for the format. There's not too many sealed videos out there, so hopefully this one helps. Hope you enjoy. Thanks. See you next one.